Hello, this is Lara from Create Access. This video will show you how to add pre-made assets to your island in UEFN and different ways to use and manipulate them to help you build a 3D experience. A 3D asset is a digital file that represents an object or element in a 3D space. It is a term commonly used in 3D creation across many softwares. Keep in mind that in UEFN, assets are referred to as actors. Let's start with adding an asset to our island from the Fortnite library accessible within UEFN. Open the content drawer with the bottom left button on your screen and navigate to the Fortnite folder. There are thousands of ready-made assets you can drag and drop onto your island. Expand the Fortnite folder by clicking on the down arrow and look through the different subfolders for available assets. If you already have something in mind, go to the search bar on top of the content drawer and type in the asset you are interested in. When you find something you like, click and drag it onto your island. For more asset options, you can look through the Fab Marketplace. To open Fab inside UEFN, go to the top bar over your viewport and click the Fab button. Browse the assets or use the search bar if you're looking for something specific. You can filter your results in several ways. For example, you can filter by paid or free assets. When you find something you like, click and drag it onto your island. Fab assets might take a few seconds longer to load. When they appear on your island, you can close the marketplace window. To be able to move, rotate, or scale your assets, you need to turn on the corresponding transform gizmos with the 4 icons on the top right of the viewport. Click and drag the handles on each gizmo to see how they change the appearance or location of your asset. You can also use keyboard shortcuts to transform your assets. Press W to move, E to rotate, and R to scale. If you ever move an asset too far or scale it too small and it's hard to navigate with the camera, you can press F on your keyboard to move the camera and frame the selected asset in your viewport. If you notice that your asset is not moving or rotating to the exact position you want, this may be due to Surface Snap settings. Surface Snap allows the user to transform their assets on certain increments. You can change these settings by clicking the expand arrow on the top right of the viewport and selecting Snap Settings. Here, you can increase or decrease the increments of grid, rotation, and scale snapping. Smaller increments will cause smaller changes in transforming your asset and give you more precision. The larger increments will lead to more change and give you less control. If you want total control of the placement of your asset, you can also completely turn off snapping settings by unchecking the arrow next to the snap settings. There are 2 ways to duplicate an asset you already have on your island. First, click on the asset you want to duplicate and make sure you have the move or rotate gizmo visible. Then while holding Alt button, move or rotate your asset. You will see that a duplicate will be created and moved in the direction you've chosen. The other way to duplicate an asset is to find it in the outliner and do a simple copy-paste with Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V. You will see a duplicate asset appear in the outliner. You can transform this asset as you need. If you accidentally duplicate an asset, simply select it on your viewport or outliner and press Delete. If you need to select multiple assets, you can do so by holding Ctrl and clicking all the assets you want. To make it easier to select the same group of assets in the future, you can create a group actor. Simply make sure the assets you want are selected and press Ctrl-G to create a new group. Now you can click on just one asset in your entire group and the whole group will be selected and allow you to transform as needed. By default, UEFN viewport uses perspective view. This is where you have control over the movement and angle of the camera with your mouse. However, when creating an environment and placing assets, the default view can be hard to work with precisely. If that's the case, you can use orthographic views to look at your island from different angles. Orthographic views are 2D windows looking into your scene from specific angles, such as top, left, or right. To see other view options, click the button that says Perspective on the top left of your viewport and pick the angle that you like. For example, the top view will allow you to look at your island from a bird's eye view. This can be useful when you're trying to place two assets on top of each other. To switch to a different view or go back to perspective, click the same button. The asset libraries within UEFN can help you get started building your own islands quickly and easily. Combine assets from the library with those you make yourself to create a truly unique and engaging 3D experiences. Have fun creating, and thanks for watching.